So, hello everybody, I am the Alchemist, and in today's episode, I'm going to be going over kind of what I liked about the characters and what I didn't like. So we're starting off here with Kamala Khan, and Kamala Khan is interesting because I think her moveset is interesting, but at the same time, she just seems like she was borrowed from so many other heroes. So I don't really know exactly what that's all about. I'll go into what I like first. So I like that she's ranged and a brawler at the same time. I like that whole thing about her. As you can see here with the grab, I think her finishing animations are pretty cool. I like how when she traverses in open environments, how she's able to move really fast, and you know, traversal doesn't seem like it takes a long time. It's actually very fast. I don't know if that was intentional by the developers or if I just happened to find like some sort of glitch or something, but nonetheless, it was still fun. Now, here's what I really liked about her. I liked her abilities. I like that her abilities are unique to her character, like the whole fist with her hand getting really big and shoving someone forward. That was really cool. But what I didn't like was that every character's move, like finishing animations, got repetitive real fast. So that was a huge problem for me. Now her ultimate, or her epic ability, as I like to call it, is interesting. There's not really a whole lot you can do with this other than just do a lot of damage, and she grows super tall. It's kind of all there really is to it. Now, as you can see here, all the footage that you're going to see in this video is from the Harm Room Challenge. So just so you guys know. Now, she's got this little ranged attack that reduces her fist and stuff. That's kind of interesting. But like, my thoughts on Hulk. Now, Hulk is kind of annoying to play as. I'm not gonna lie. The way they design the robots and the way they design the enemies really makes it hard to have fun with Hulk, because there's guys that are shooting at you from the air. It's like you try and go up and do a slam, you just get shot out of the air a lot. His finishing moves, like I said, the finishing moves are cool at first. This is for every character. But it's just when you do it so often, it gets really boring. You know, and then you start, it's like God of War. God of War had the same problem where the finishing moves were the same. That's what I really want games to improve on, is having more finishing moves. I think having more finishing moves is what's really going to put games over the top versus games in the past. Now let's see, what I liked about Hulk. So, I liked his L1 ability. His L1 ability was really cool, as you can see here. Gets some health, does a lot of damage, and kind of gets going. I liked his rage meter. I thought his rage meter was very reminiscent of God of War's rage meter, except to a little less extent. I love that he could pick up guys and throw them. I think that's cool. Love the ground pound with the slam. Like I said, the animations are cool when you do them the first time, but my biggest fear is that you'll eventually get sick of them after a little bit. And that's what I noticed with a lot of these new games. You know, I kind of wish that they had at least 6 or 7 different kinds of finishing moves on certain characters, because it's what makes them unique. Now, what's interesting about the Hulk is that all of his moves involve running and smashing with his hands, you know? As you can see with the little pounding of the fort. I like the way Hulk traverses, although it gets quite annoying, like I said earlier, that when you're running around, you don't see the guy and you're trying to have fun and trying to leap around and trying to feel like the Hulk, you just get shot down by a missile, and it's like, okay, if that was the Hulk in real life, you definitely would not go down that easily. I like that you can throw things too. I like that you can throw small objects for targets that are further away, or big objects to hit enemies that are maybe a little bit closer. I think that is really cool as well. But again, I gotta throw in some negatives, because there's a whole set of problems this game has, but that's why it's the beta. So hopefully they fix those issues, these issues I'm talking about, it'd be kind of hard to, because I mean that would require a lot of work. But Square Enix, I think, is capable. Crystal Dynamics is good at listening to people, so hopefully that they listen to this feedback and make some changes. Hopefully, because that'd be cool. As you can see, Harmon challenge. Using my rage. Doing some damage. Now here's what's interesting about the Hulk is the entire time I've played with them throughout while the beta was still active, this is mainly what I did with them. I did harm room missions because, like I said, I love Jedi Fallen Order's update to that mission. So you can see why I would like the harm room. I even said it in my previous video. Now, here's another thing, another problem I have. I have a problem with the enemies. I think the enemies are very generic. I think that they don't feel different to me, you know? Guys with robots are, like I said, it's very easy to feel repetitive, you know? Like, how many times can you kill the same enemy over and over again before you just get kind of sick and bored of it? And that's honestly my biggest worry about this game. It's like, overall, is it just going to be worrisome? Am I going to feel like I'm doing something new, or am I just going to be doing these same missions with these same exact enemies? Anyways, this is the Thundercloud move that I was mentioning, and I like that move. I think it's cool, but I honestly, like, when is the Hulk so powerful that he can just clap and do a bunch of damage? Now, I guess the idea is that he claps and gets rid of gamma radiation, but I'm not really too sure. Iron Man. Now, Iron Man is a interesting character because he can fly. The only other character that I was able to test out that can fly was Thor, and that was for the 8-day demo, so that was like 2 seconds, which was kind of annoying. But I actually really enjoyed playing as Iron Man. I thought Iron Man kind of stole it for me. It's almost like they put the most work into Iron Man, because not only is he fun, but I love the ability to go from land to air combat without much of a hassle at all. I thought that was really well done. I think they deserve a lot of credit, because it's not easy to do. Character to fly, and I love his ability. I love especially his R1. I love I love everything about Iron Man. I thought Iron Man, other than maybe Black Widow, was. I feel like they took their time and really did him justice for not only his character, but just his potential for a video game just based on Iron Man. I think it's really entertaining. I love his attitude when he does finishing moves, like you just saw there. I mean, there was a lot of good things I liked about Iron Man. It's hard to really criticize him. Now, if I had to do some criticisms to Iron Man, it probably would have to be that the Hulkbuster doesn't do a lot of different abilities, I guess, because it's not really meant to. I kind of wish you could fly. I wish you were able to fly a little bit longer as a Hulkbuster than you normally can. But again, I didn't get to see all of what the Hulkbuster was capable of doing. So what the footage you're seeing here is essentially all the footage I have of using the Hulkbuster. But that's just to put into perspective, that was kind of my overview of the Hulkbuster. The Hulkbuster is fun because you can take a lot of damage, and these enemies that you just saw me kill right there can't just blast you away, so it allows you to have a little bit more fun. And it's enjoyable, it really is. This whole experience is enjoyable with Iron Man. Like, it really turned the game around for me. But again, there's still criticisms here and there, but not as much as the Hulk or the other. The next character is Black Widow. Now, Black Widow is really fun to play, especially the fact that she is very quick and can traverse, and you can latch onto things and get away. It feels a lot like I'm playing as Spider-Man, to be honest with you, except Spider-Man doesn't have guns. Although funny enough, he does have an outfit in the new Spider-Man game called, it's a noir outfit, and he actually does have a gun in his holster, so that's kind of interesting. But I digress. Black Widow is really fun to play because not only is she quick, but she has so much personality in when she does things. I like that she can, like I said earlier, she can traverse. That's a big thing for me. I like that her pistols do armor shredding, which is really cool, as you just saw in that enemy right there. I shredded his armor. But here's where it ruins it for me. It's not Black Widow's fault, it's just that the enemies in this game, like the shield, I think it's like a cop-out to make them more difficult, you know? I've always said that in video games. I feel like you gotta get more creative to make enemies harder than typical enemies. Like maybe they parry or something. Like I feel like because it's almost gonna play almost like an MMO, that they're doing some things that you normally wouldn't see in a video game. But again, traversing is really fun. I love that her combos. I love her light attacks to heavy attacks that you can do finishing moves with. I like that. I like that a lot. It's actually really cool. And another thing too is that whenever I play as Black Widow, I notice that I can stay alive a lot easier than with other characters because her L1R1, her epic or heroic ability, is really useful, and it allows her to be a little bit more agile than she normally would. So that's really cool. I also think that she's very underrated as a character. I mean, I feel like I'm not the only one that thinks Black Widow is the best character, other than maybe Iron Man in the entire beta, if you ask me. And that's Thor, I'm guaranteed I'm going to have a lot of fun with, but because it's Black Widow, it kind of came as a surprise to me. And I'm excited to see where they go. I like her invisibility. I think that's really cool. There's just so much cool stuff with her. Like, the ability to go invisible is really cool, and then to counter it with her heroic. Ugh. I had a lot of fun playing with Black Widow. I don't have really too many complaints with her. I thought they did a good job with her. I just wish the enemy types were a little more creative, if you know what I mean. But like I said, it doesn't take away from the whole experience of the game. Overall, I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. It meant a lot to me to be able to play a game with the Avengers, as I grew up on the first Iron Man. It's not the first movie I ever watched, but still I grew up on those movies, so hopefully. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys all in the next episode.